Greetings, everybody, and welcome to the Media Files. Well, we got a few more goodies to get through, and we got several little baggies of awesome stuff. We're just going to go ahead and combine everything together here to make it one big video. And so, yeah, let's get things started here. We got some DVDs, we got a book, we got some books, some soundtracks, and some Blu-rays. Yeah, so quite a small little haul of goodies. First off, let's get the book out of the way. Now, of course, I'm a big fan of this author. He wrote, of course, one of my favorite, actually, it was his debut, his first official novel that he ever wrote, was The Martian, Andy Weir. And I kind of found that there was another book, kind of somewhat similar. I only paid $1 for it, but so here we have the novelization. We have the book of Artemis, which is pretty cool. And I'm like, nice, it's in really good condition, and there we go. Awesome. Might have to read that a little bit this weekend. Alrighty, let's go through all the goodies in this bag here. Yeah, I didn't bother taking off the stickers because most everything is, dirt cheap anyway. Alrighty, so let's get through the soundtracks first, shall we? Alright, so this was only a couple bucks, not bad at all, but, now mind you, all of these soundtracks are actually the various artists' albums, meaning, if you have no idea what that is, for all you younger viewers out there, that means it's not the score, it's artists. Yeah. Alright, so we have, the Suicide Squad album, from the first movie. Mainly it's got a lot of hip-hop and, type of songs and whatnot. But mainly the reason why I want it is because the last track right there, I Started a Joke, by Confidential MX featuring Becky Hansen. If you don't know what that song is, that is actually the trailer music that was used for the very first teaser trailer. And that song has been remade and done to death, left and right. There actually is, I know it's a bootleg, but there actually is an album out there that has about 40 different versions of I Started a Joke. And, yeah, it's kind of interesting. But that version there made it so huge and so epic and whatnot. But speaking of awesome, huge, and epic, I had this when I was a kid on cassette tape. I don't think I still have the cassette anymore. I think it finally died so many years later. But what can I say? I'm finally glad to have this on CD. We have one of my favorite soundtracks of all time, the 1989 Prince album, of Batman, which is just an amazing soundtrack, so well done, and you will enjoy this album if you've never listened to it before. Alrighty, and finally, not bad at all for this little haul, because I could have sworn I had gotten the score, but that's okay. But I love the music selections for this movie were just awesome. Really, really good, really, really well picked out. So here we have the various artist soundtrack for Watchmen, which of course has My Chemical Romance's version of Desolation Row, originally sung by what is his name? I can't remember what his name is at the moment, but anyways, it's so good, really, really good, and it's just sad that they have Hallelujah also on here by Leonard Cohen. The only song that I really wish they had on here was the song that they played during the end credits, also by Leonard Cohen. It's called "We Take Berlin," or first we take Manhattan, then we take Berlin, which is a great song, by the way, because it has that really hard '80s drum sound to it. Alrighty, so first up, we have a sports movie that I think I've only seen bits and pieces of. Of course, Nick Nolte, his let's just say that you can definitely tell that some of his character obviously is inspired by the late, great Bobby Knight. So here we have Blue Chips, which is, I've never actually seen all the way through. Of course, co-starring Shaquille O'Neal. That's not one of his greatest, but, hey, not bad. All right, so then up next, I kid you not, this thing was only $2. I'm surprised I did not have this. I've been trying to hunt it down ever since, they announced the third movie is now finally on the way, and somehow the current releases of it are going up in skyrocketing prices. But I have on DVD, and kid you not, I got this for $2. We have the widescreen edition of 28 Days Later. Yeah, that's awesome. Let's see. Speaking of awesome, I was not expecting to find this at all. I just kind of came across it by accident, really. Though I hate these type of stickers on here because it may leave some stickiness here. Let's see if I can get it off here. Yeah, there we go. All right. Anyways. Okay, so we have... this is one of my favorite movies of all time. It's sad that the third movie... that we don't even have 4 or 5 of these yet. But here we have the Steelbook edition on DVD of The Boondock Saints 2, All Saints Day. Of course, I love these two movies. These are classic movies. I remember watching the first one, and I remember there was a friend of mine, and she had recommended to me that, hey, well, if you like action movies, you need to check this movie out. And I'm like, okay, because she used to work at the same movie theater I did many, many years ago, and yeah. Alrighty, so then up next, let's go to some old school classic comedy. I love these. I think I've only seen 1 or 2 of these movies, but yeah, these guys, these are. If you enjoy classic comedy, especially around the time of the Three Stooges and whatnot, definitely need to check these guys out. So here we have the Marx Brothers. We have A Night in Casablanca. Yeah, this is so good. It's hilarious. And then there's also, this one's probably my favorite out of all of them. I think I got to see this at the Art Craft Theater many, many years ago. I can get these dang stickers off. I don't know who decided to use these type of stickers, but they suck. Anyways, so here we have the Marx Brothers in A Night at the Opera. Now, this movie is hilarious. There's this great line that Groucho Marx says, and some lady brings him a bill. He goes, $2.50. $2.50. Then he talks to this lady. He goes, if I were you, I wouldn't pay it. It's one of the best, funniest comedic lines in the entire movie. And then we have a double feature featuring the Marx Brothers. We've got Go West and The Big Store. So, yeah, there we go. That's pretty cool there. Alrighty, let's see. Up next, we got some movies that I found surprisingly still with the shrink wrap on them. Basically got these for 50 cents a piece. I think this is... Who directed this? Yeah. This is Joe Carnahan's latest movie, which I have not seen yet. I really want to see it. Starring Gerard Butler and Frank Grillo. We have Cop Shop. Yeah. Which actually came with the slipcover, too, which is pretty cool. How awesome is that? Alrighty, then up next, we have a couple of westerns. First of all, we have a father and son western featuring Donald Sutherland and Kiefer Sutherland. We've got Forsaken. Sounds pretty cool, so I'm like, why not? And then, since I just recently saw Alien not that long ago, I can't believe, I figured, well, maybe that actor is not acting anymore and he's retired. Sure enough, he still is. So we have a film with Tom Skerritt from 2021, so a few years ago. So here we have Catch the Bullets, and it has this really cool slipcover on it, where it's got this matte finish, very flat, but the title is all embossed. But it looks very flat looking too, which is kind of interesting. That's pretty cool. Alrighty, so then up next we have technically he's already been there once as Two-Face, but I'm kind of surprised I found another movie with the same type of city name. We have Tommy Lee Jones in Gotham. Yeah, I've never seen this, never heard of it, and I'm like, Tommy Lee Jones in Gotham again. Well, there we go. Then up next, we've got a couple of seasons to add to the DC collection. Yeah. So first off, I remember watching the show when it was on, and I loved it. Still love it. So here we have the complete second season of Teen Titans. Yeah. And I think this actually is the final season, but here we have the complete 5th season of Teen Titans. And I know I've got season 1, so I need to track down 3 and 4, and I think that's it for the original run of Teen Titans. And, well, what can we say? This movie is just an instant classic. I've seen this thing multiple times, but I think this particular edition of the movie has an exclusive bonus feature on it that I think is only on this particular version of the DVD. Mind you, it's only $1 when I got it, and the t-shirt is also part of the costume that I'll be wearing to the movie tonight. I'm going to go see this tonight. I'm, of course, talking about The Big Lebowski, starring Jeff Bridges as the dude, and, of course, John Goodman as, you know, his good buddy and friend, Walter. So, yeah, that movie's hilarious. So, all right, now let's get on to the Blu-rays. Yeah, so, not a whole lot here. Oh, wait, hang on a second. I got more DVDs. Hang on just a second. Yeah, here we go. I forgot I had these sitting around. All right, let's get these out here first. And where are they? Yep. Okay, here we go. Let's get the last of the DVDs done here real quick. All right, so first up, we have a movie with Nicolas Cage. Never seen it. I've only heard of it. And I'm like, it looks interesting. I'll give it a shot. So here we have Left Behind. Looks pretty cool. You know, kind of, it's written based off the books or whatever from the Left Behind series. So we'll see how Nicolas Cage manages to save the world from total annihilation again. So up next, we have several movies that have not been opened, but except this one, though. This one is very hard to find on DVD because it looks so fake on the outside of it. But yeah, if you can actually get this edition, get it. But yeah, David Fincher's classic. We have Zodiac, the 2-disc director's cut, and this envelope, it looks very similar to what the Zodiac Killer sent to the San Francisco Chronicle way back in the day, and but yeah, it is literally like that. So you got all the film credits right there, and it looks fake, but you know, loaded with features though, absolutely loaded. And basically, this is almost like this is basically just almost like the 2-disc edition of Seven, which is pretty cool. So, all right. So up next, we got ourselves a couple of martial art movies, of course, starring everybody's, one of my favorite actors. We have Jean-Claude Van Damme. We have him in Until Death. Yeah, not bad. Paid 50 cents for it. I'm like, why not give it a shot and see? And then we have a triple features pack featuring Jet Li, and I think I've only seen one out of these 3 movies. But we have Jet Li starring in The One, Contract Killer, and Meltdown. Yeah, now I've seen The One. I saw that in theaters. Of course, that co-stars Jason Statham. And, you know, not bad for what that was. But the other 2 I have never even seen yet. So we'll give it a shot and see. Alrighty. And then we have a Western to add to the collection, which, of course, based on the Louis L'Amour novels. We've got a few of them, but I've never actually watched them all yet. But it has Sam Elliott and Tom Selleck in it, and we have The Shadow Riders. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Not like a good Western sometimes. Yeah, I know. I have a fairly decent Western collection. And the final DVD we've got here, this is I don't think I ever owned this on DVD, but what can we say? If it wasn't for this movie, we would not have had the next 2 movies in the series. This movie is so good. I mean, the CG is a little tame for its time, but at the time it was released, this was such a good movie. It still is. We have the original Jumanji, starring the late Robin Williams, loaded with features. All right, now let's get these Blu-rays out of the way. And mind you, all of these Blu-rays I'm about to show you $1 a piece. I'm not kidding. I'm like, that's awesome. So first off, we have a triple feature. Now I've got these movies on DVD, but I've got the kind of the rebootish remake kind of continuation somewhat in the series on Blu-ray already. But we have the triple feature set of the Ocean movies featuring Oceans 11, 12, and 13. I love these movies. These are great spy caper, heist thriller movies. Of course, all directed by Steven Soderbergh. Great movies. So good. And then we have a couple of martial art, or rather say, I guess, I'm not really quite sure what to make of them, but I'm like, they sound pretty cool, kind of some double crosses and whatnot. But here we have, starring Lee Bai-hung is the only actor I could recognize out of all these guys. Basically, Storm Shadow from G.I. Joe. We have him starring in Master. Yeah, I'm like, sounds interesting. Give that a shot. And then I also found this movie. It sounded kind of interesting because it's actually a spy thriller set in the 1920s in Hong Kong, or kind of Korea or whatever. Sounded interesting. So here we have a movie called The Age of Shadows, which that sounds kind of interesting. So I'm like, have to see what that's like, because you don't really get very many thrillers like that, especially set around the very early movies that were times that were about just over 100 years ago. Then we have a double feature. I've seen both of these. These are both great movies. So here we have the double feature set of Body of Lies and Three Kings. Three Kings is awesome. If you've never seen that movie, it's a modern military movie set in the during Operation Desert Storm, but it's almost a bit of it's got some comedic qualities to it, and it's really good, really funny at certain points. All right, then we have a classic John Wayne movie. This I had to grab this because this was only $1. One of the best Vietnam movies of all time. Here we have The Green Berets on Blu-ray. Yeah. Alrighty, and finally, I couldn't believe that this was $1 because I've got these movies on DVD and the fourth movie on Blu-ray, but I never had the other three on Blu-ray until now. What can we say? It has me, it caught me, and what can we say? It's basically it's one of the best trilogies ever made, in my opinion. We have the Matrix trilogy featuring all three films on Blu-ray and absolutely jam-packed, loaded with extras. Everything that is on that Ultimate Edition set is on here, which is awesome. Not bad for $1. So hey, there we go. Alrighty, well that does it for me to you for now. A nice small little update of goodies. And with that, you guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and that notification button. And with that, I'll see you guys later, and there will be a pretty cool video coming out sometime later this evening regarding a certain Lebowski. Yeah. All right, with that, you guys, see ya.